Miss Nancy Ruth. Today we're taking a look inside the Answer Book Small Group Guide. Let's get started.
We celebrate our Lord and God, who gives us care and love, and we sing songs of praise. The Lord has made us glad, yes, He has made us glad.
Now there are actually two books called the Answer Book. One is the Devotional for Busy Families, and one is the Small Group Guide. These can be used together or separately. Either way works just fine. Today we're going to take a look inside the Small Group Guide. This is actually two guides in one, which is a great deal. The first half is for multi-generational groups or children's groups. The second half is for adults or teenagers. I find this really interesting because we need to approach it at different levels. And the idea behind the Small Group Guide is if you're doing this kind of study at home, sometimes we need that encouragement and accountability of others to keep going and not give up when it's hard to get everybody together and listening. We need that encouragement and support. So that's where this came. So if your families all meet together, I recommend you do the multi-generational section of it. The adult section is designed for families that need a little extra background to have these conversations and be confident in mentoring their kids in these areas. So it provides a little deeper content. Let's take a look at how each of these sections are put together. In the first half, the children's section, we have lots of different options. Both sections of this book are designed to provide options so that you can tailor it to meet the time constraints and the format of your group and the culture that you're creating, and find what works best for your group. So in the children's section, you have your main point for older and younger kids. We have the primary scripture. There's a section to prepare the teacher's heart to teach. Then we have opening activity options, including music and Bible skills. There's a Bible focus. There are application activities, which include that on-the-road family challenge from the devotional guide. There's a way to follow up with that if your groups are doing those. There's also some kind of art, and there's usually a game in here. And then there's a wrap-up, kind of pull it all together in a prayer focus that includes another bit of scripture. So that's the format of the children's lessons. Where the devotional has 7 weeks, but one lesson per day for those 7 weeks. The small group guide just has one lesson per week. So if you're doing the small group or the devotional with one lesson a week, this isn't going to work for you because there are 7 of these for one of these. So here are the topics of the weeks in this study. Week 1, what is a worldview? Week 2, is there only one truth? Week 3, why spend time with God? Week 4, who are the people that God can use? Week 5, who is Jesus? Week 6, how can you be changed? And week 7, how can a family follow God? We looked at the children's section, so here's how the adult section is put together. Let's see, here we go. There's an interesting quote that fits with the lesson of the week. Then there's a prayer focus. And this too is kind of designed to be kind of pick and choose to tailor it to your group. So the first section in here is review and application. I consider that about 50-50 between reading scripture and discussion. Then there's the digging deeper. That's primarily reading scripture with just a little bit of discussion. And then after that is the on-the-road family challenge debrief. Again, that family challenge is found in the devotional, but it's also reprinted here so that you could do the on-the-road family challenge without the devotional and you could still send it home. So that debrief, I'm picturing a group of people kind of over coffee where they're mostly just talking about stuff and it's not like deep Bible study, but they do want to provide that encouragement and accountability. So it's primarily discussion and just a little verse or two of scripture. And that's really the format of the Answer Book Small Group Guide. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I'll see you next time.